I gotta watch myself today. What are the antis or the green environmentalists truly after? Are they truly after more wildlife? Or they just hate hunting? And I think it's just that they just hate hunting and can't give a rat's ass about wildlife. You're probably unaware that on December 5th of 2020, a law got put in place in Spain called Law 30/2014 that banned all hunting on national parks in the country of Spain. What's the big deal, Robbie? That happens here. You're not allowed to hunt on national parks. Well, there you could. And it's a huge deal. So I'm going to break it down very, very simply. What's going to happen? Number one, economics tied to hunting revenues are going to go down. Number two, wildlife populations are going to go up. And because of that fact, something has to give. So number one, economics. Economics of hunting revenues, economics tied to all the businesses tied to hunting, hotels, gas stations, bakers, butchers, you name it, restaurants. They're all going to feel the impact of no hunting happening on these national parks. So that means less money being generated, especially in a country like Spain that is currently under its third wave of COVID. Sounds like a great plan. So number two, wildlife goes up. So this is where the rubber actually meets the road. And that these areas are teeming with wildlife, deer populations, boar populations, all of them are going to go up. They're going to interact with agriculture, which ties to number one, the economics. The government is going to have to compensate agriculture now more because of increased human-wildlife conflict. But those wildlife populations, something's going to have to be done about them. You can't just let Mother Nature be. So, in the infinite wisdom of the Spanish government, they have let a contract to a private contractor, Traxa, to begin culling these animals. You would have thought that the antis, the animal rights people, the environmentalists, should be up in arms. Yeah, that's the silence from them right now. See, these cullings are happening en masse. And it's not happening like hunting. These animals are being lured to fences with feed, which was illegal before. They're being captured, herded into chutes, and are being euthanized with a bolt to the head. Where are the animal rights people? Where are the environmentalists? That's the silence, again, that you hear. Nobody is saying anything. Why? Why are they not saying anything? Because at the end of the day, they don't care about wildlife. They just want hunting gone. They're okay with all these other atrocities now happening to wildlife. Hunters aren't. We don't want to see that. So what is the... I don't get it. You're supposed to be for wildlife. You're supposed to love wildlife, like we do. Yet you're okay with this happening? Here's the second nail in the coffin. Instead of the Spanish government making millions of euros through hunting, the Spanish government is spending millions of euros to cull. I'm not an economist, but that doesn't make sense. Why? Again, because of the lobbies being placed at the highest levels of government against hunting, but it seems like also against wildlife. So there is one bright light, and that is the Andalusian government of Spain. They have said that there are 12,000 jobs on the line tied to hunting. There's 7,500 hunting grounds. There's over 250,000 hunters. And that brings in 3.9 billion euros tied to that economy. And we're going to stand with hunters. So, big props to the Andalusian government. Much appreciate you. So, what can you do? Share this message. Think about why you hunt. You hunt because you want to see more wildlife. You hunt because you love wildlife. And express it, because hunting has increased populations of wildlife all over the world. Markhor, antelope, white-tailed deer, turkeys, all your waterfowl species. Just look, 26 million head of wildlife in South Africa because of hunting. The North American wildlife model, hunting intricate to it. We love wildlife. it seems like the animal rights group and the ultra environmentalists do not care for wildlife. So someone has to stand up for them, and it's going to be us. Stand behind us, support us. Let's really push that stone up the mountain for wildlife.